Hey, my name is Samuel Irvin, and when I was younger, I wanted to be a rock star. But those dreams fell apart because of egos and lack of direction and just failure to really understand how life works. And I've had an opportunity to start pursuing those dreams again, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to share why in this video with my friend Elijah that we made. There's the desire to do the music and creatively express, and then there's the desire to create something that I needed at the time when I was looking to music for the answer. Right? So I want to create music and music videos and things like that that are vague enough that somebody like myself at that time would engage with. Now, after spending years building a business and having a family and having 3 kids now, you know, I feel like I finally have something to say. You know, I feel like I finally have a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of insight into different things that are going on, and so I want to subtly infuse music with those sorts of things, you know, so that if I can create something that somebody latches onto because it resonates with how they're feeling, but then sort of like Trojan horses gets into their brain.
Nice.
And you know, so that's the goal. Is I want to improve people's lives who don't necessarily know that they want their lives improved or don't know how to improve their lives. The idea of going into the dark places, you know, with a match. And I think the unique thing for me is that I went through it, right? I lived the drugs and the, you know, seeking everything but Christ, because I started with the premise that that's not the answer because I grew up with it.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and so you have to go through a lot of other options when you start with the premise that Christ isn't the answer, you know? So, being able to, like, I have no judgment for those people, you know, like I can relate with them, I can put myself in their place, like, so I think that's the other part of it. It's like, I feel that was, you know, God shaped me for a time in that, and then he brought me out of it, grew me up, and now I feel he's opening the doors for me to kind of re-engage in that world, you know, to reach whoever only I can uniquely reach, or through our collaboration.
Totally.
You know?
Which I think the collaborative element, you know, that God forges ministries out of brokenness, and so you're seeing that that's part of your pathway moving forward, but then using it now as a creative ministry tool, and just, I mean, testifying. You know, we've talked about it a lot, but that you've already had that effect in me. That your forward process of wanting to bring people along, that's not just the Samuel Haugeston show, you know, that you have a vision, but in order to craft that and give it expression, people have to come around you to help give that expression. So I think your process of being a light in my life, you know, coming to that dark area of woundedness in me, of, you know, wounded authority experiences, but you coming along and the freedom that you have to just be like, we're making Footloose, we're making a video because I love people and I've got my friends together and we're hanging out and it's fun, you know, but that's you, but you being you and giving voice to that expression, then you saying, you are my vision, go do good, was that light that burst my darkness. It just messed me up, brought healing to my life. And then as you brought that healing to me just through being you, that released me then to be creatively me in your vision, which then brought excellence to, you know, the Footloose project. And so I think the validation that, you know, seeds very rarely look like what they grow into. You know, so it's like you plant an acorn, but it grows a tree. But the nature, the DNA, as it were, of the oak trees in that seed. And so I think really, you know, seeing a lot of that validation of your vision of what you're growing this into, that here at the inception, that seed that you're planting is bearing the fruit in the people around you that you're wanting to grow on a much larger scale, but you're doing it right now, which has been incredibly validating and walking with you here at the inception of what you're starting.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video that Elijah and I made. If you liked it, hit like, share your story, and join me on my journey by hitting the subscribe button. Remember to dig deep, dream big, and live full. If you haven't checked out Elijah's stuff, check out Extraordinary
Life with Elijah. Just
Extraordinary Life with Elijah, or just Elijah Scheidler.
Elijah Scheidler.
Elijah Scheidler.
Yep. You know, Extraordinary Life with Elijah is taking things that are very ordinary and explaining the extra that I see in them so that it becomes extraordinary.
If you want to learn more about me and my vision and the things that I'm doing, get some behind the scenes content, and really dig into who we are and how we're creating what we're creating, and support us, check out my Patreon page. I'll put the link for that in the description as well. Thank you so much. Love you all.